If you want to stretch your ears, the best website that I can recommend to you would be www.bodyartforms.com. That is where I get all of my jewelry. Okay, I'm gonna talk about stretching your ears, and there are a lot of people out there who will argue with you if you call it gauging your ears. So, you want to stretch your ears and you don't know where to start. Gauge sizes are counted in two, so it would be 20, 18, 16, 14, and so on. The normal earring piercing is about a 20, 18 gauge. So from there, you want to start going down to 16, 14, 12, 10, 8. Now, in the beginning of stretching your ears, you can skip a few sizes, maybe like 1 or 2. For instance, you can go from an 18 to a 14. Some people can do that, but it's probably best not to. You're less likely to blow your ear out in the beginning. Also, the best time to stretch your ears would be after you get out of the shower, because the heat really helps stretch your skin on your earlobe, and that way it'll be more flexible. This is a 14. This is a 12. This is a 10 gauge taper. Okay, so tapers will be shaped really long like this, and they are made to stretch your ears. A tunnel is any gauge that is see-through. A plug just plugs your ears, and if they say flare plug, that means that the plugs flare out at the ends. These do too. So it is okay to use tapers for the first few sizes, from about 18, 16 to 2. But once you get to size 2, which is this, it is slightly difficult to stretch from 2 to 0. This is a 0. This is a 2. That's when the stretching is kind of difficult. So there's another way to do it without ruining your ears, and that is to use Teflon tape. Teflon tape is PTFE tape or plumber's tape, and if you ask your parents if they have it, they might. My dad had it. It is on a little roll like this. It's white. This is what it looks like. And it has no sticky side. It's soft. What you would do with this is, at the size 2, you would buy a 2 gauge plug, and you would wrap it in tape. How much tape you wrap it in depends on how much your ear can stretch. You don't want to go and wrap like a whole size up and hurt yourself. If you're stretching from, let's say, a 2 to a 0, you go and you buy a 0 gauge. This is a 2 and this is a 0. So what you would do is you would wrap the 2 gauge in the Teflon tape. You could either do it daily, weekly, whenever your ears feel adjusted to the size. You can check them by just taking them out, and to take them out you might want to put some lotion. I use this lotion. It doesn't really matter what kind of lotion you use, but it might be a little hard to pull them out because they do dry inside your ear, which also causes them not to smell as bad. But if you're gonna wrap your ears with Teflon tape, you should lotion them before you put the earrings in. So lotion your ear before you stretch with Teflon tape, because it does dry your ears out, and then lotion them before you take them out to make them slide out easier. To size up, say you're starting at a 2 and you want to use a Teflon tape now, you can wrap the 2 in Teflon tape. And people always ask me, how do you know when you're at the next size? Well, that's easy. All you have to do is have a pair of the next size up earrings, which this is a 0, and you would wrap the 2 gauge over and over. Every time you take it out, try putting the 0 in your ear, and if the 0 doesn't fit, then obviously you haven't reached it yet, so you have to wrap some more tape. If it does fit, then you are at the size 0 now. So that's how you know when you are at the next size. Do not use duct tape or electric tape. I've used electric tape before, and electric tape will leave like really sticky, nasty black stuff from the outside of this tape in your ear and around it. When you stretch your ears, just know that it won't always close back up. The size that you can usually stretch your ears to around is a 00, but anything above that, your chances of having your ears shrink back to normal are extremely low. And everybody has different ears, so some people's can, but just know that you might not be able to have normal ears ever again. Some people use organic plugs, And the organic ones are made out of stones and other really good things for your ears. Supposedly it makes them stink less and stuff like that. I know that for me, metal makes my ears swell and stink. Silicone and the Teflon both dry my ears out. It makes them not stink as bad and they don't hurt. These are the silicone ones. They're pretty cool because they are really comfortable, since this is what they look like, but you can squish them. So overall, you can use tapers to stretch your ears from 16 or 18 to about a 2, but once you go from a 2 to a 0, you should probably start using the Teflon tape, and it's really easy. It's gradual, which is better because when you use taper, sometimes you can blow out your ears or they'll pus and be really sore for a while, but with the Teflon tape, since it's so slow of a stretch, you don't even feel it, so you can do it more often and put earrings in more often without your ears being sore when you're trying to sleep. So I really hope this helped, and if you have any questions about stretching your ears, leave me a comment down here and subscribe if you want more videos about stretching, piercings, etc.